and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. I believe this is my third upload, and I have a lot to share with you guys. This past month has been stitching crazy, so I just want to go ahead and hop right into it. As always, I will start, and there's a lot of stuff on the floor in front of me, so my apologies that I will be reaching and grabbing and stuff. So the first project I always like to start with is my wedding photo. And I will be completely honest and say that I barely put any work into this month. You will see why in a little bit. I barely worked on it. Some other things kind of took my attention away, and I'll explain those as I go. So, this is kind of where I got. I don't know, you can see that because it's like under the frame. So I don't remember how far I was. I don't know if I had started this cross country yet or not. But I was definitely working on the cross country here. I mean, it doesn't sound, or it sounds like a lot when I say that I think I put like at least 1,000 stitches in, but it doesn't look like it. I only worked on it either like 1 or 2 days this month. Normally I dedicate my weekends to it, but my weekends were kind of filled with some other things this month. So, let's go into fully finished objects. I have 2 fully finished objects, one of which, this month, my birthday was this month, and the birthday present to me from my family, my husband, was to go to a stitching retreat, which was happening here in Palm Bay, Florida, which is where I live. And it was the Sunshine State Stitchers, and you had to make little name tags. So it's a little card. It's finished with sticky board, and it has jazz. Because I finished a friend of mine, Patty's, as well. I think I showed her stitching last video, and I hadn't fully finished it yet. Hers had Patty written on the back. As I was cutting them out, I didn't realize this is the side that would show. I kind of messed that up, but whatever. So it's like finished on sticky board, and then the sticky board on top of it to keep it all together, so it's pretty solid. And it just slid into a badge holder thing, and that sat around our necks, which no one wore. But we have them, it's fine. And then the next fully finished object I have, I did show this stitching being finished last month, and I did end up finishing it. This is a present for a family member, and it is finished as a wall hanging. And this is ABC Noel, I believe, by DMC. It was a free pattern off of the DMC website. And so basically, again, this is just finished around sticky board. There's no batting underneath. And then I took some fabric, put it on the bias, which I believe means that it's diagonal, which is what this is. And then stuck the 2 pieces together. I did the same thing. Okay, just making sure I didn't say the person made with love, Jasmine. It's not perfect. My hot glue, but considering this is the part that goes against a wall, I don't think it matters that much. And then I put some cording around, which was incredibly difficult to do. I used fabric glue, and it didn't go perfectly. Like, there's bits of glue. No one cares when it's hanging up on a wall and it's not perfect. It's fine. It's homemade. It's made with love, and it's sturdy. It's a good decoration. So pretty proud of that. I did mention the stitching retreat. I got a lot of goodies from the stitching retreat. Let me tell you. I'll just kind of pick them up, and we'll show them as we go. So October 15th through the 16th, Sunshine Stitches. It says Melbourne, but it was in Palm Bay. Basically, I don't know if anyone has towns near you, but basically they're the same city. Technically there's a dividing line, but they're really not. They're kind of all the same. They run together and make one big city. So Sunshine State Stitchers, Melbourne, and then the dates. So my birthday was the 14th. It was right before, and it was a Friday, Saturday, and we stitched all day Friday, all day Saturday. Like, we got there at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. We obviously, you know, took a break for lunch and for dinner. Some girls and I went next door and we had some margaritas and it was fun, and we went back and we stitched. I left around 10. I was the last one to leave, and it was about 10 o'clock when I left. And then on Saturday, it was kind of the same thing. Kind of left, I think, around 8 or 9, but also I got there between 9:30, 10 in the morning. So it was a long 2 days of stitching. It was amazing. We had tons of fun. And I made progress, you will see, on some projects. But let's keep going with the goodies. Let's see. I did not get this at the retreat, but I'll show it anyway. This is a pattern book that I picked up. I go to, and I might have actually shown it and forgotten that I had shown it, but I wanted to make sure I showed it just in case. I go to a EGA Stitch-In, which is the Embroiderers Guild of America, and they do stitch-ins on Saturdays near me 2 Saturdays a month. So I go to them, and it's like 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's just a bunch of ladies that get around and stitch. A lot of them do embroidery, but you know, I'm a cross stitcher, so I go and cross stitch. And so there's some fun things on here, like lead me not into temptation. I have my own GPS. Follow your heart, but take your brain with you. You know, like fun little witty sayings. So that's by Stony Creek. And someone just had some free stuff laying there, and I picked up this because I really liked it. So I got some more pattern books. This one I got specifically because I will be making something out of this for that particular someone. I will say who it is because they will know who they are. It's for my mother-in-law. It's Carousel Magic, so it has a ton of cute carousel horses on it, which is something she collects. And so I definitely will be making something out of this for her at some point. I will not be finished. That pillow is hideous. Stitching's pretty, but the finishing, ugh. It's definitely an older book, I'm pretty sure. But yes, very happy with that I found that. I like maps. I've always liked maps. I would love to decorate my home with like historical maps and things. And America the Beautiful by Sue Hillis Designs. And it's just a map, and it has tons of things and little pictures for each state, like in Indiana. Oh, I can't point on this backwards. Indiana's got some corn. You know, there's oranges in Florida, which those are the 2 states I've lived in. I just love the little, like, it's hard to see, but there's like fish and crab. I don't know if I'll ever, I really hope I stitch this. If anything, I will pull states from it and stitch the states individually. Kind of like they do that on the back. They pull the states out and just do them. So that's that one. And then it will become very apparent, love the 12 Days of Christmas. I don't know why. I love decorations with the 12 Days of Christmas. The next project that I will absolutely be kitting up are the 12 Days of Christmas by Nora Corbett. I absolutely love them. They are so beautiful, and I cannot wait to stitch them. But I got 3 different 12 Days of Christmas designs. All of this, by the way, that I got at the retreat were free. They were on the freebie table. People were giving them away. They didn't want them. And I did, so I grabbed them. So the first one is by Alma Lynn, and that's kind of how her designs look, and it's all 12 days. The next one is The 12 Days of Christmas by Aggie J Originals. And it's a round design, and I think that's really pretty. And then the last one is on the, what is it called? Let's look at this together, because it's from a magazine. I didn't even pull this out to look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 12. Oh no, it's missing days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never mind. They were just stuck together. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't tell what magazine this is from. It looks like it was just ripped out of a magazine. They have those finished in like a tree. I would not finish mine the same way, but I do like their little designs. Why does their partridge look like a turkey? Do partridges look like turkeys? I don't know. I love 12 Days of Christmas. Don't know why. Especially when I don't know what the 12 Days of Christmas are off the top of my head. Like, I have probably learned them more recently just because I've been researching the Nora Corbett ones. But yeah, I love them. I love the decorations that people do with them. So the next thing I grabbed was another Stony Creek book, and it is the Homegrown Friendship Stitches. And I like these. I particularly liked Forever Friends. I thought that one was really cute. There's some more of the designs. I grabbed a Perfect Company by Leisure Arts. And of course it's cats. I really liked this one. I thought it was so cute. So sorry about that. My husband texted me. The next one is a kit that I got. It is a musical antique bell pull by Jen Lin. And it doesn't appear to have been opened. It looks like a complete kit. And it's got some Christmas musical instruments on there, and I really liked that. I don't think it comes with finishing fabric or anything to finish it with, but I do like that a lot. So it's that one. And yes, there's more. So much more. Q-snap. Can't go wrong with a Q-snap that's never been opened. It's a 17 by 17, so it's a nice big one. I got, we got a goodie bag with a bunch of stuff, and some of those things will come across here and there as we go because I have started using some of them. One of them is a snag nabbit, which I have never used, but I don't see why I couldn't use it. It feels like something that could be very useful. Got just a little notepad. Here's another kit. There's no fabric. I don't know if it has all of the thread or like enough to finish it. I know the person that this came from. This is Patty. I've mentioned her before. This was hers. I don't know if there's enough to finish a second full project. And there's no fabric in it, but I mean, it's dimensions, which I believe uses, I want to say uses DMC. So if it's run out, then I can just grab DMC. This is a free cross stitch design by Marius Zalagi. Sorry if I screwed that name up. But because it is a free chart, actually, I don't have to show you the chart. I can hold it this way. Sorry, I almost showed the chart, but I wanted to avoid it. Autumn is here, and it was just a cute little, pattern that they gave us. Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat was another one that I got by Lori Holt. Excited about that one. This is another possibly partial kit. That's the one of those things when you grab something off the freebie table, just because it's a kit, you don't know if it's a full kit, if there's enough to finish it or not. But this is a Bent Creek kit. It is a Santa. Personally, I would just stitch the Santa because I'm not a fan of alphabets, except for there is a ho ho ho, which I like, and I might do that still. And it did come with some threads in here, so that's that. I think that's it for patterns temporarily. And then I got, so let's move on to threads, because I did get quite a bit of thread this month. They did at the retreat a floss exchange. So basically what you did was you brought in like a gift bag. So this is the gift bag that I got. And you bring in a gift bag, you put in 6 flosses that are orientated towards autumn and fall. And then you pick a random bag and that one's yours. So I don't know if I can show these all in my hand at a single time, because I got anchor threads as my, I totally just dropped one, and so I got these and this one, which may or may not be my favorite color. So do these have names or anchors numbers? Anchors are numbers. So there is 0875, 0355, 0316, 0871, 1014, and 0890. And I have already put these to use, and I will show you that in a little bit. In our goodie bag that we got from the retreat, we got a piece of DMC. So this is 3888. Which I believe is a part of a collection that they don't sell single skeins of, and that was the whole point of why they kind of gave everyone a single one of these, rather than like giving someone 310. This is a better, you know, floss to kind of get. Off of the freebie table, I also got some of these threads. These are weeks. So this one is a variegated, it is a pearl cotton. Oh, I guess I didn't notice that. These are all pearl cottons. Oops. I don't know if I'll use pearl cotton. But this is 1284 Cadet, 1304 Onyx, 2201 Moss, and 1151 Pebble. Some of those. So these are the first weeks I've ever owned, I think. Yeah, I think those are the first weeks I've owned. And then, I don't know if I showed this last month. Oh, there is a weeks in here. So Patty was going through her stash and found some stuff she was going to get rid of. And also in exchange for finishing her name tag for her, she gave me some threads. So this is a Weeks Dye Works holiday collection 4123 celebration, and it's a pastel-y color variegated. So these are Cottage Colors threads, which I believe are classic Colorworks now. This one is Secondhand Rose. This one's kind of folded up, but it is Queen Bee. Lettuce Leaf, which again, love the color. Macaroni and Cheese, which is a pale color. What's this one called? It's all Eve's Leaves. Again, love the color. Tomatillo. And then also an unnamed Bright Hot Pink. Let's see, what else? So much goodies, guys. So much. So sorry if it feels like I'm bragging, but there was so much stuff, and we will get to the stitching soon, I promise, because I have so much progress to show you. You'll be so happy. We got these cool scissors, which, as someone pointed out, look like they should be spectacles, but they like pull out, and are scissors. Scare the crap out of me, but I like them. And then they had some door prizes, so everyone got a ticket, a blue ticket, and then periodically throughout the 2 days they would draw, and I won some really cool scissors. So these are really, really pretty. I think this was from Patty. It was something she had brought for the freebie table. It was a bitty board, which I have found very useful. And then everyone got, excuse my needles that are currently attached to it, but everyone got a needle minder. So it was a leaf to go with the fall theme, and I just have it on here because that is what works for me. Can't go wrong with a free hoop. Oh yeah, I got an oval one. I don't know why I didn't grab it, but okay. Who's ready for stitching? Okay. The reason for about 2 weeks that I did not work on the wedding photo is because of this girl, the Snow Queen by Mirabilia. I was able to finish kitting her up and get her started, and this is not a small start. I worked on her almost exclusively for 2 weeks. I worked on her at the retreat for almost a full 24 hours but across both days, and here she is. We got a really good start on her. I mean, I wish video it came across better, but she is very sparkly. She has tons and tons of beading in here. I like her earring is a crystal, and I like her little beaded hair tie. So I have made some very good progress. I got this whole top section done here, and I'm moving kind of across this way. I think I'm going to work down, maybe over, I don't know, we'll find out. So I am going on vacation for a week in November to visit family, and I am bringing 2 projects with me, and this is one of them. So hopefully she'll get some good work done. It depends on how much time I have to stitch, because I don't know how much time I'm going to stitch, but I think she is coming out great. I'm very, very proud of my work on her so far. I have never beaded ever, and I think I've done a good job. Now, did I start out doing a good job? No, I absolutely hated it. I was horrible. I was struggling, but I have found a much better way to thread my needle, to use my needle, and it has been much, much, much better. And just to share that with anyone who may be struggling with needles. So I don't have any thread. I do have thread. I have tons of thread sitting right in front of me. So let's grab, I will demonstrate how I beaded my needle, or used a beading needle, because I think it would help others, because I used invisible thread, and that sucks to work with. Like, I hated every second of it. Because it feels like fishing wire. And it's not fun. So we're going to use a piece of thread here just for an example. So I have my thread. Imagine this is the invisible thread. You cut off the length that you're going to work with. You're going to do something similar to loop start. So I fold it in half and thread my needle, which I do use a beading needle, so it's longer, but you can use like a regular petite needle if you want, which is what I have here. So if you were going to do loop start, this is where you would stop. But here's what I did. For the beading needle, I went ahead and did the loop around my needle. So I pulled the threads through the loop and tightened it, which knotted the thread to the needle without tying a knot at the end, because that's something I tried too. I tried just a normal tying like you would, like kind of with sewing, and that didn't work either. So then I had this, and then I tied a knot at the end. I can tie knots, I promise. I tied a knot at the end, and then I ran this under some stitches so that the stitches caught the knot, and then I wove it back through just to secure it again, and then I started stitching with it. And I didn't have any problems with that. What I was running into was like when I did kind of what you would regularly do with sewing, where you have just one strand and you tie it at the end of your needle, the knot wouldn't stay, or it kept getting caught when I would go and stitch, or like when I was trying to finish a thread and I was winding it or weaving it under other threads, it would get caught. Doing the loop start method, the knot is a lot, I don't want to say like narrower, but it doesn't get caught as much, in my opinion. And so it worked much, much, much better. So highly recommend that method if anyone else is struggling. I found it to be, as someone who had never beaded before, it took a lot of trial and error, and you're not going to be able to, so this is my back, it's not the neatest thing in the world, but there are some threads here that are, you're not going to be able to see it because it's invisible thread, but they're not very secure. And it's because I was just struggling so much with that invisible thread. But I definitely got better, and those threads don't continue down here, you know, and over here where I had learned that other method, or taught myself that other method, basically. So that was the Snow Queen. Very, 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 very happy with my progress on her. The next project is a project that I just call Landscape. And I believe the last time I showed this to you, I was missing some of the sky. I had done some of these mountains, and I think I had started this mountain. And I have gotten pretty far on this one. So I was able to finish the sky. There is another mountain in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's very hard to tell because the colors are very, very similar. So I got that mountain range done, this mountain range done, and then I've started on these ones down here. I think this one's finished, and then I've started on these 3 colors. So getting closer to a finish on that one, very, very happy. Is a little bit of a side tangent. Project bags. At the retreat, we were given this project bag, which is by Brenda's Minders and More. And it's a nice, very Halloween one. I do not have that project in this bag. I'll show you what I have in this bag in just a minute. I used the anchor thread. This is what I was saying I used it for, to make a little friendship bracelet style knotted tassel thing. And then they gave us this little charm, so what else to use the charm for? So I used it for a little zipper pull, and I also made my friends Sheila and Patty ones as well, because they liked mine and wanted ones of their own, and it was pretty quick to do, so I did it, and I liked that. I made this one. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I don't know if I ever said that on here, but this is the back. I am not quite impressed with myself on this, just because it was my first attempt. I had never done one before. I had never done a zipper before. And I think it came out pretty okay for that, and for not using any sort of interfacing or batting or anything like that on the inside. It's very, very flimsy. Second attempt though, I am ecstatic and proud of myself. I made this one last night, and it has interfacing in it, so it's much, much sturdier. And I used a exterior fabric that was a little sturdier than just regular, like off the bolt fat quarter. Like it's a better, sturdier fabric, and then the lining is just a gray, and I think it looks so good, guys. I was so proud of myself. Now the zipper's not perfect. Again, I've only done a handful of zippers now, so zipper's not perfect, but other than that, this is amazing. I am so proud of myself. It came out so good. So that's this. Very, very happy. And then the last project I have to show comes with 3 starts, 2 of which were finishes in the last month. And that is the Scary Apothecary series by Hands On Design. And this is something I've been wanting to start for a while. And that is what I'm keeping in this little project bag because it's A, the perfect size, and B, it's Halloween, so it's perfect. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Scary Apothecary series, we can go through all of them. They are little ornaments, and when I say little, they are pretty little. They're like a couple inches by a few inches, like they're not very big at all. And so the ones they have: crackle lozenges, snail slime, coffin paint, spider legs, skeleton polish, broomstick fuel, bat balm, cauldron cleaner, and bitter brew. And all of them have little punny sayings on them, and I love them so much. And so the two that I finished are Cauldron Cleaner with enhanced spell check. And these are on 32 count antique white linen from 123 Stitch with all of the called for threads. And then I also finished Bitter Brew for a Foul Scowl. This was the first one I did. So I didn't know how much. You can see my second attempt, I got better at, making it more in the middle. Because I usually work top down for the most part. So these are two that I finished. I think they came out great. I am very proud. There are Krynics in here. There's some specialty stitches, like these potion bottles are satin stitches. There are some Rhodes spiders and like some in here and the spiders on here. So love that. And then the one that I started, I have a very small start on this. I've gotten maybe 20 stitches on it. Sorry, my back's killing me. Is Cackle Lozenges, Shriek Well, there's a little frog on it. And like I said, very, very, very small start. And another thing that I got this month was my husband gave me this little stitching assistant cat needle minder, which I love. He did a very good job on that. So here's basically what I do for this project is I have the extra patterns and fabric and threads and Krynics that are not in the pattern that I'm currently working in this bag, and then I put everything else in the project bag that I'm currently using. So am I forgetting anything else? Oh, I won a giveaway from, I'm not gonna be able to remember her name. I love her so much. She's from Montana. Yeah. And I don't have my phone on me to look at it. I am just being forgetful. I love her videos. I have seen every single one of them. But I won a giveaway from her with January Cottage. That has not come in the mail yet, but I will be very excited to receive that because that series is on my list to do eventually because I do love those as well. The Scary Apothecary series is the second series that I will be bringing on my vacation. So hopefully a lot of progress will be made on both that and my Snow Queen project. We'll see. We are taking a train. We live in Florida and our family, all of my family and some of my husband's family is in Indiana. It's where we were born and raised. And so we are visiting them for Thanksgiving, and we're a little COVID conscious, so we didn't want to fly. And it is a long drive. It is a drive we have made multiple times and we don't like doing. It is over 20 hours. It is miserable. I get motion sick. I can't drive for long periods of time just because I don't do well driving for long periods of time. So a lot of it falls on my husband and he doesn't want to drive and I can't blame him for that. So we are taking a train which goes through DC and then so up from Florida to DC and then over to Indiana, and that is about a 2-day journey one way, which yes is longer than driving, but we get our own carriage, and so you know, we're really looking forward to that. And so that is basically 2 days of stitching. So, and that's one way. And then we'll have on the way back. And then when we get back, the next day I have jury duty. So more time for stitching when we get back. So hopefully by my video next month will be late. I will probably film the first weekend in December and post then. Normally I film on the last weekend of the month, but the last weekend of the month we will be in our travels from Indiana, so that doesn't really work out for me. I hope you enjoyed my video. I know I rambled a lot. This video I think is longer than I normally film. I had a lot of goodies to show. I got a lot of stuff. I'm very, very grateful for all of it, especially because it was almost all free. And so I'm very, very grateful. Be on the lookout. I will be making more of these. I wasn't really big into the whole project bag thing, but these are really easy to make. Like really easy to make. And so I'm very, very proud of the bag that I made. So I do have some vinyl. I'm going to try some vinyl front bags. Basically the tutorial I have been following is Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, her videos, because they're very easy to follow and there's no like binding, and it's a seamless inside. So this project bag was sewn together and then serged. I don't have a serger, which I know you could just not do that, but this has a seamless inside. Well, I mean, it has a seam. It has like no exposed seam. That's the word I'm looking for. With the very exception of the closing of the lining, which I didn't really care to do a perfect job because, like, who cares? You're not going to see it. It's on the inside. So, I am planning on making a special set of bags for the Nora Corbett 12 Days of Christmas. I need to find some, like, good 12 Days of Christmas fabric to make my own, you know, series for that. Just so because that project has a lot of stuff. Like, it has, like, 20 different Krynics and 50 different beads, like, tons and tons of stuff, just because there's 12 different projects, but I'm just including it all in one, and it has like 100 different threads, you know, so tons and tons of stuff. So I'm gonna make my own little series of bags that has, like, you know, one for notions, one for Krynics, one for beads, like just everything. So and then one bag to house them all. So I'm addicted. I love them. My sewing machine's been getting more use than it normally does. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I've rambled a lot. I've talked a lot. But I'm very, very happy. I'm very, 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 very happy with her. I'm so proud of myself for getting this much done. And I will see you hopefully with a ton of progress on those two projects. I think this month, again, I'm not going to push myself to work on this. I think December I will get back to working on this. I'm not going to push myself to work on it in November. I might get a little bit done on it today, but I'm not really planning on too much. And then the 3 projects that I've shown today are the ones that I'm planning on working on over the next month. So see you then. Have a good day.